So hello everyone and welcome. Thank you for joining me today here on Tarot Me Happy. In this reading, we are finding out what you have learned or gained from this past year of 2022 as we're heading into the end of 2022. Let's see what you've gathered. We always make progress year to year. So choose whichever pile you are feeling the most drawn to in your intuition. Your gut is going to tell you where you're supposed to be, and you can find the timestamps for each of the groups listed in the description box below, and I will see you there. Welcome, pile number one. If you have selected this pile, the card number 30, Adventure, it feels like for some of you, you may have come up on milestones in your life this year, or maybe your children have come up on milestones in your life this year if you have children and you've chosen this group. It feels like you have achieved some things that you have wanted to achieve. There's actually faces down here in this mountain looking up at the sky. It feels like you were kind of looking up at the stars, looking up at your hopes and dreams at the beginning of this year, and you've been able to achieve some of those things. We have a mermaid here. There's been some magic going on in your life this year, some color coming into your life, and it's adventure. So it feels like this year has been an adventure for you. Maybe you've literally gone on traveling. Maybe for some of you, you've learned how to travel alone or learned about some new places in the world that you were able to see and experience this year. Maybe you have some more on your mind for next year. There's a lot of water within this card, so it may have been an emotional year for you, but it doesn't feel like sadness at all. It feels like interest, intrigue, learning more about yourself, the inside of yourself. There's also a message coming through here about safety with this shell, right? There's a safe space within there that the mermaid is enjoying life from. So learning how to feel safe this year while still being adventurous, while still exploring the world. Let's get some more cards out and find out what Spirit wants to tell you. Okay, I see this beautiful card. I'm going to start with these. So we've got some crystal cards here. So it's time to transform. You may have learned how to release this year. These are also making me think of volcanic mountains, right? And a volcanic mountain, that's all about transformation, the explosion, the lava, the magma, but then it creates something new. So a transformation. You may have gone through some transformations this year. That can be physically, that can be emotionally, that can be in your material world around you. Again, an adventure. So maybe you have moved and that's why you've been learning about a new place and getting settled in and making new friends. And then we have the card, allow yourself to receive. So something that you'll have learned this year, again, is about feeling safe, even financially, but in different areas of your life, by just opening yourself up to the universe to receive and understanding that life is an adventure. So there's more than one way to do everything. There is no right or wrong way. There's just what you want and what you desire, and you are free to go after that. You do have a lot of green here, which can be representative of the heart chakra space. So it feels, again, like it's been a good year emotionally for you and learned a lot about yourself, your inner emotions, but also a message could be coming through here about money. You may have created new avenues of receiving money, and that could be big or small. So don't discount that message because it feels like you've created some new streams of income that are going to carry on into the next year. And we also have this card, shift your money mindset. I swear I did not even see this card before I was talking about your money. So that is interesting. Shift your money mindset. It looks like you've been able to do that. And so you're clearing those old limiting beliefs and approaching money and life like it's an adventure. So you're having a lot more fun after this year of 2022. So that's really beautiful to open your reading with. And then we also have this card, love. I commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things. So I think that's why you're feeling more emotionally satisfied and safer, because you're just operating from this space of love, and that's matching our amethyst color that we have over here. love. It feels like you're loving yourself, you're loving the universe, you're loving the world around you, you're loving your experiences. So 2022 has been a year of experiences if you've selected this pile. Let's go ahead and jump into our tarot. What other messages do we have for pile 1, Spirit? What have they learned? What have they gained from the year 2022? So, yes, Knight of Swords. That goes really well with adventure. This is an adventurer when you see the Knight of Swords come out. This is someone that jumps on their horse, they jump on their trusty steed, and they go. For some of you, Spirit is bringing through a message that you could have bought a new car, or maybe you're buying a new car at the end of this year. That's coming through for someone. Or maybe one of your family members did and you got to go for a fun ride in this really cool car. Something here about that. But just a lot of fast moving energy, not sitting still, being kind of almost antsy to be in one place. Again, you've got your money flowing, so you're learning how to move this year. You could be learning how to move your physical body. You could be, again, learning about new places that you're going to and experiencing, learning about not sitting still, learning about shift, learning about loving your life as it is while you're headed to where you want to go. A lot of action taking this year, right? We have the Devil card coming out. This is learning more about you, again, as an individual. If there were things that were holding you back at the top of the year, it feels like you have been able to shift outside of that and overcome those things. Learning what you really like, learning about your desires this year. Yeah. And then we have the 10 of Cups jumping out here. So learning about your desires, learning about what makes you happy, what makes you feel comfortable, what makes you feel good. Looking up at the sky, gazing, daydreaming, finding your happiness. That's what the point of 2022 has been about for you. Love. Figuring out self-love, figuring out what it is that you love and what it is that you want. Definitely with this energy coming through here of the 4 of Cups, pondering, taking some time out by yourself, learning how to be okay in the moment, because sometimes you need to take some time to yourself to recharge, to be able to allow yourself to receive. You have to be in the space to receive. So that's something that you have learned and gained in the year of 2022. The 4 of Pentacles. Spirit wants you to know that you're learning more about when it's time to let go, when it's time to shift, when it's time to move around, when it's time to change up the energy. Okay, and we have the 4 of Swords. I love that because this card really is reminiscent of a vacation. And then you have the 4 of Swords coming out here. So again, you're learning how to take time for yourself. You're learning how to take a time out, take a reset, learning how to breathe, do what you need to do for you. And let's get one last card, Page of Swords. This is coming out for you because of introspection. And the Ace of Pentacles is on the bottom of the deck for you. So this year has been a year about learning about money, learning about how money moves and how money works and how it can move for you and work in your life to make this adventure better. You're learning about creating from a space of love. Wow, that's really beautiful. And we have the Page of Swords here. So again, insight, introspection, looking inside of yourself. You're really thinking things through. You're really pondering things and letting go, and pruning is the word that Spirit is bringing through, and cropping out things that you no longer need so that you can take full possession of your happiness. That is amazing what you have learned in this year of 2022, and that is everything that I have for you in this reading group number 1. So let me know in the comment section below what you thought. Don't forget to hit like before you go, and subscribe if you have not done so already. And think about sharing this video with a friend if you feel like it could help someone in your life. And I will see you in another video. Take care. Welcome group number 2. Thank you for joining me here today. You have chosen the card number 22, and your group 2. So 2 could really be a significant number for you, leap of faith. 2 is a number of partnership. That can be romantic partnerships or just even relationships like family, friends, business partnerships, business deals, right? So 22, a number, and it's 2022 that we're looking for. So 2 is just all over your reading. Leap of faith. It looks like you're learning how to walk in delicate spaces. It looks like you're learning how to find balance, or that's what you have learned across this year of 2022. Learning how to not be afraid when it looks rough. It looks a little bit rough down here, and this is very delicate. But you're learning how to walk through that leap of faith. Walking by faith and not by sight, if that's a saying that you resonate with. Staying focused, keeping your eye on the prize, focusing on the light, not the scary parts, and taking your leap of faith. So that can be within a relationship that you've learned to take a leap of faith, or just in your life in general. Not being afraid to speak out and be you, and walking that fine line in this world of just expressing yourself. It can be scary to do that, but you've learned over the course of 2022 how to take that leap of faith. That's going to be in just so many different areas of your life. Okay, and we also have the card Amethyst. Trust your intuition. We were just talking about walking by faith and not by sight. So you're trusting your gut, like being drawn to this pile today, trusting that there's a message here for you. And that's also reminiscent of the crown chakra, right? Trust your intuition. So you might have been receiving more messages coming in this year and really starting to learn how to hear your gut and listen to it. And not only that, but taking that next step of acting on your intuition. And then we have the carnelian, feed your creativity. And, you know, walking on a tightrope, that's a creative thing to do. You have to be creative about how you get across. You have to stay very focused, feed your creativity. This could have been a year of discovering what your passions are. That's orange, like your sacral chakra. Feeding that part of yourself instead of turning it off. Walking your path, not just any path. And then we have find your calm. So understanding the things that bring you peace in your life, understanding the things that make you feel good, that make you feel whole. And then we have the card indecision. I use my intuition in all aspects of my life. So a repeating message there about using your intuition. So that'll be a big takeaway for you if you have chosen group number 2. The number 2 is also the number of the High Priestess in tarot. So definitely you could be a person that has a lot of intuition, that gets a lot of insights. Maybe you even consider yourself psychic, or like to do tarot cards yourself and things like that, or watching a lot of readings. But moving out of that indecision, because it feels like you could have been someone who has struggled before to take the leap of faith and thought, no, I can't trust my intuition, I've got to go with the logic. But now you've made a shift in 2022, feeling like you make more progress by walking this out and following your intuition, instead of staying debating between your intuition and the logic and trying to make sense of everything. You're stepping out of that indecision and you're stepping into the faith. That's a big deal that you learned that in the year of 2022. Let's get some tarot out here and see what's been going on for you. 2 of Swords coming out. Yes, stepping outside of that stuck energy, stepping outside of the indecisiveness. Again, her eyes are blindfolded. She has to walk by faith, not by sight. Coming to terms with your emotions, learning how to quiet your emotions, learning how to not react just based off of emotions, but taking time to really consider what your gut is telling you. The 6 of Swords, it looks like you've made some improvements with communication this year. Maybe learning how to communicate better at work specifically is the message that's coming through for some of you. It doesn't feel so much romantic with this. It feels like communicating in a business place. Specifically, learning how to present yourself better in a way that's beneficial for you, and learning how to quiet your mind when necessary, so not to scare yourself out of things. Learning how to learning how to incorporate your logical mind without sacrificing what your intuition has told you, right? You can still pay attention to what your logical mind is saying and research things and approach things from a logical standpoint. But you're learning how to not burden yourself. You've learned how to not weigh yourself down with this and let this stop you from getting to the end game, because you're stuck in that debate between intuition and logic. And then we have the King of Cups here. So again, learning about your emotions. The King of Cups, that's someone who has control and understanding over his emotions. We've got the Two of Cups. So again, a message coming through here about partnership for some of you. You may have learned who your person is this year, or you may have been getting messages about who your person is this year, and Spirit is encouraging you to trust your intuition in that. And the King of Pentacles. Learning how to trust in yourself, right? Because the King of Pentacles, he's like that guy. He's in charge of everything. He has everything under control. So learning how to trust in yourself this year and feeling solid inside of yourself. So pile number 2, that's everything that I have for you in this reading. Let me know what you thought in the comment section below. Give it a like if you enjoyed your video. Don't forget to hit subscribe before you go if you want to see more videos like this, and consider sharing it with someone in your life who you think might enjoy also. And I will see you in another video. Take care. Welcome, pile number 3, people. What have you learned in the year of 2022? So this would be a year of new beginnings for you. This is the pile number 1 as we take a look back at the year. Make a wish. This is the number of the Magician, and we have make a wish. So this could definitely be a year where you have learned about manifesting. You may have literally spent some time learning about manifesting techniques, or what that is, or how to create things in your life, how to get what you desire. Taking a look at things like that throughout this year. Make a wish. You're learning how to make a way. I feel like you've even learned how to make others around you happy. That might have been something that was important to you. But making a wish, believing in it, and seeing it come to fruition in your life. That's something that you have learned this year. Also about letting it go, right? When you're manifesting, they talk about setting your desire and then letting go of the outcome so that the universe can be free to bring that to you. Spirit is bringing through a message that may be something that you have learned as well. And then we have this card, Go Deeper. Go deeper. So it feels like you have learned something on a deeper level this year. Now that could be a particular subject that you're interested in. You could be going deeper into getting a degree, for example, or deeper into understanding a relationship that you have, deeper into understanding yourself, but you're no longer just scratching the surface this year. You're going deeper. And then we have Bring in the Light. So for some of you that have selected this group, you might even feel like a light worker, a healer, a magician in your own life, right? So you're learning how to bring in the light. This is also a card about money. You know, they call citrine the merchant stone sometimes. So bring in the light. You might have wanted to start up a new business or something like that and had some ideas, some light bulb moments this year and learned about how to do that. And then we also have this card, Support is all around you. So this year you've kind of learned who's for you and who's not for you. You may have changed some of your relationships this year as you see who is really there to support you. Support is all around you. It seems like you've been getting signs and synchronicities if you have selected this group. And then we also have the card Envy. I am the same as everybody, but with different challenges. So this year has been a year of learning how to not be envious of others, recognizing that you can create anything that you want to create, so you don't have to be jealous of somebody else. You don't have to be envious of what somebody else has. And also coming to the understanding that even if somebody else looks like they're doing great, you don't know what they went through to get there, because everybody faces different challenges, but we all face challenges, right? So it seems like you've learned how to step out of that envious energy and stepping into the energy of creating in your own life. That's a really powerful message. Group number 3. Let's get your tarot out and see our last few messages that Spirit wants to bring through. Okay, your cards are flying out pretty quickly there. We've got Justice. Again, coming into balance with yourself, not worrying about what someone else has going on, but just worrying about your life and your own decisions, your own choices, creating balance within your own life. It's something that you have learned in 2022. Learning that life is all about cycles. So if you had a bad day, tomorrow can be a good day. It's another opportunity for creation. You're bringing in the light. There's a message here about cycles. The sun rises and sets, right? Looking at each day as a new individual day and a new opportunity. So the sun rises and sets, and the sun card just leaps out for you. So Spirit is bringing through a message that you have really learned how to create your own happiness this year, and to really take stock of what's going on in your life right now that you can really appreciate in the moment. Some of you in this group may also be parents. You may have learned a lot about parenting this year. If you have a new child, a younger child, or someone that has gone into a different phase in their life, right? Like you have someone that's turning into a teenager or into an adult, learning how to operate in those new phases of life. And even if you don't have children, there's definitely something coming here about understanding the phases of life. And there's support all around you as you go through those different phases of life and going deeper, having to look beyond what you thought a situation was at first, and understanding that we shift. You've been in the learner energy this year, Page of Pentacles. Again, looking around you, taking stock of what you have and appreciating what you have in the moment and seeing it with new eyes and new beauty. Okay, and then we also have the Three of Swords. So there may have been some pain experienced this year, but if this is coming out about things that you have learned and gained in the year of 2022, it seems like there may have been some emotional burdens that you have overcome over the course of this year. And then we have the Devil card. Yeah, this coming out right after this, I feel like you've overcome some obsessive thoughts this year, or some things that were kind of holding you back, some kind of past energy. You've been able to really bring the light in and move away from that. And then we have the King of Wands, and that being here with that Merchant Stone also. Again, I feel like Spirit is bringing through a message that for some of you, you may have started a new business within this year and really been a learner about how to run your business, what it needs, what it takes to prosper. Even if it's not a business, this could just be in your own life, having kind of a level up in your life. The King of Wands there. Learning how to be the king in your life, whether you're a man or a woman. Learning how to take charge and be captivated with yourself. Again, we have that wand here, so making a wish. You're learning how to call the shots in your own life. So pile 3, that's everything that I have for you in this reading today. Leave me a comment to let me know what you thought. Hit like if you enjoyed your video. Consider subscribing if you want to see more like this, and consider sharing it with someone in your life if you think they might enjoy. And I will see you in another video. Take care.